My name is Dr. Andrew Eichel, and I'm a learning specialist in the Center for Academic Success, housed in the Clough Commons. All the learning specialists at CAS work individually with students to enhance academic skills, advance confidence, discover motivation, and improve performance. So if you like anything I'm about to talk about, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and sign up for an academic coaching appointment today. Can you smell it in the air? I can. Testing season is almost here. For a lot of your classes, tests make up the bulk of your grades. And for a lot of students, this increases your anxiety and your stress. Now, students can react in one of two ways. One way is to wait until the very end and then cram to study. The other is to start too early, thereby increasing your chances of burnout and of forgetting what you studied in the beginning. Instead of either of those paths, let CAS's learning specialists give you some tips on how to improve your test taking and develop more efficiency in your test prep. One of my favorite mantras for test prep is this: easy studying doesn't prepare you for difficult testing. And how many easy tests have you had at Tech? Think of a test as a competition and your studying as training. In order to excel in the competition, eventually your training needs to be more intense and strenuous than the competition itself. This applies to testing and studying the same way. You don't train for a 10K by running 1 mile each day. Instead, you would increase the variables of intensity, distance, and methods over time. Eventually, you'll be doing more in practice than in the competition itself. Testing is the same, with variables such as timing, intensity, and method. In order to truly prepare for a test, your prep needs to mimic the testing situation as much as possible. First of all, that means paying attention to timing. How often have you sat down feeling prepared for a test, but then run out of time? This gap can be due to how you block off your study time. If you have a 50-minute test, but you study in 2 to 3 hour blocks, you're training your brain for a marathon, when what you really need to do is sprint. Instead, make your study time equal your test time. The brain is a pattern-seeking machine, and with a little nudge, it will adapt quickly. Changing your method of study requires utilizing all of the available resources. For many students, rereading notes and the book is the bulk of their studying. And while this is sometimes effective, it is rarely efficient. Instead, make a list of all your potential resources. Then, as you study, make sure you vary which resources you use. Bouncing around is more difficult than sticking to one method, thus forcing your brain to adapt and work harder. Additionally, every resource presents a different perspective, ensuring that you get more well-rounded coverage of the content. This feeds into the intensity variable. We often prefer passive over active learning activities because they're easier. Reading and rereading your notes and memorizing doesn't require as much of you as sitting down to do practice problems or a practice test. Ideally, however, you will alternate between active and passive learning strategies to fully engage the brain and strengthen the process of encoding that leads to better retention and recall. To induce a little more intensity during your studying, always use a timer. For most people, during the test, clock watching is a source of stress. If you can train using that source of stress, you can acclimate your body so that you'll be better able to perform in the testing situation itself. For more information on test prep, watch our second video, where I'll cover the topics of the 1/3 schema and the post-assessment evaluation. For more tips like these on all aspects of academic success, visit our website and sign up for an academic coaching appointment today. We look forward to working with you individually.